be appointed.
Uh-huh.
We just haven't, we do not have the certificate to sign.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll
We do it on the 15th.
get them fixed up next time.
Okay.
EMS claim check for ambulance for $200,519.
This is for Doug. He wants to pick up his new ambulance tomorrow, and they want to have the check when they deliver the check, or the ambulance. So I asked him to make out a claim. That's the only way we could do it, is if he would approve the check.
Where's he pick it up at?
I think they deliver it. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Somehow he's gonna get it and has to hand over a check.
Right.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, you want to approve this claim?
Make a motion to approve the claim of $200,519 for the new ambulance for the EMS.
Probably always been done, probably. I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to approve the claim for a new ambulance in the amount of $200,519. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion passed. Scott, do you have anything to let us in on?
No, not this time.
Okay, well, we appreciate you coming into the meeting anyway, because,
I have a question for him.
yeah, go right ahead.
Rumor mill, Carroll County said you had one walkout because of the cameras. Is that true?
He hadn't officially, he's taking vacation time,
Okay.
but he hadn't actually officially resigned yet.
Okay. All right. You know how rumors are. I just like to hear it from the horse's
Yep.
end of it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was your last question?
You always hear rumors, but
Yeah,
I wanted to hear it from the
okay.
source itself.
I think the cameras have been good everywhere, and I definitely support our move towards cameras. The way I remember it, there were some people that weren't happy about the audio part of it. Guess they need to clean up their act about what their words are, don't they? I still don't see any problem with it. Okay, and do you have something for us, Mike?
I wasn't gonna bring it up this week, but since you guys brought it up about the live streaming and that,
Yeah.
I had talked to a couple vendors, but I wanted to know, the deadline is July 2025, but since the comment had closed down, I guess, or stopped printing, however you wanna
Whatever.
look at it, did you wanna try and move that up and getting that streaming done quicker?
I think we should.
I don't want to be the last day doing it, but
Do you want it done this year?
do we have funds for it?
I don't, do you have funds? I don't
All
know.
right. Well, we didn't get all of our edit approved. I think we can use that for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to have it approved by both. Remember that.
Well, I guess it depends on how much it is.
Yeah, cost of it.
That, I haven't even asked them for the cost and that, because we'll have to have it, I mean, you'll have to have it in here, and then if you have meetings down
Yeah.
in my facility still, you'll have to have it down there. And I'll need it for the EMAC and LAPC meetings, the sheriff's department will have to have it for his merit board meetings. Then the JRAC meetings, community corrections meetings, so I don't know if Callie's gonna need it in hers.
Now, what about like township? Do they have to have?
Mm-hmm.
The townships are gonna have to have it, but I think they'll pay for their own stuff.
Okay.
But drainage board does their meetings in here, zoning does their meetings in here,
A lot, yeah.
Like those going in, yeah.
RDC does their meetings.
Area plan, when they have something huge, use a certain courtroom.
So we'd probably have to look at a portable one then,
Well, they could move their meeting to the
or
annex.
they move their meeting down there.
I don't think we have to. To me, you can tell me if I'm wrong, and I'm not covering enough, but I think a lot of these meetings should be moved to the annex so that they're covered down there. rather than having them all over the courthouse being wired for us.
The only thing that would be an issue is if there's a disaster going on, or if I've got other meetings, so we didn't really have to do a lot of deconfliction. And that, because that also,
Well, like the community corrections, they have theirs upstairs. They could have had them down here if they're on
well, I
a
don't know
different
where
day.
community corrections
Well,
officers.
They used to have them upstairs, I don't know.
Circuit Court
They
jury
have-
room,
They have them over in office now.
or Superior Court
So I
jury
mean,
room.
it could
Yeah.
just be that this is where you're gonna have your meetings.
Now, this has to be live, right?
It has to be live, and then it has to be stored on the county's website for a period of 90 days, and then it can be taken down after those 90 days. The way I read 1167 the last time, I don't know if it's been updated or not. But, you know, I'd also like, if we could, I'll check with IoT, which is Indiana Office of Technology, to help us redo our website. We can run through them. I don't know how much we pay now.
We don't pay anything.
But we can go through them for a certain rate. I think it's like $1,300 a year, but they'll throw some firewalls up. They'll design the website. It's more user friendly.
Sounds good.
But I gotta double check on the cost and all that.
Well, appreciate you doing that.
If you have a conflict on the meeting because of an emergency things that exempt you from compliance. So, I mean, you wouldn't have to wire the whole courthouse. You could just have the,
Right.
And-
Well, we could do here, and then head up to the sheriff's office at his merit board meetings.
that's good. Good. Yep.
Good.
Then I don't know, the EDC would have to worry about their stuff wherever they do theirs.
Who?
The EDC?
They're
They're private, they're,
Oh,
those
they're
aren't
private.
There's a
good.
couple that you mentioned that were private.
The Convention Visitor and Tourism Commission would be one that has
Yeah.
to.
So there's no,
Could they meet at the annex?
They could.
Or they would have to
They have.
provide your own hookup for it, so you could,
That has to be live though, don't it?
yeah. Yes,
Well, were you saying that there would be a website to show the meetings? Display the meetings? Is that what you said?
well, that's, I gotta check with IoT, if we
Yeah.
can play it off the website live,
Yeah,
and then it would be stored.
yeah. But my question was, where are you going to show the videos? You know, the city of Delphi shows theirs on Facebook.
Facebook.
can't Facebook it, right?
Yeah, there's some
I'm sure
problems.
with this, they'll have a government page set
I was
up
gonna say,
for
they
it
would
to
have somewhere
watch.
you'd have to go to. I would think that they would set that
I
up.
don't know. It's just something to consider.
But you could probably have it on an official website and show it on Facebook, right?
You
I
could.
mean,
It's
for
just-
me, I use Facebook a lot, it'd be handy for me. Wait,
I don't think that's a good idea,
you know, okay, tell me why, what I missed.
just because of
The drama on
the
Facebook.
drama on Facebook and what it, yeah,
But they won't be able to edit or delete it or do anything to it,
Yeah,
they'll
you
just
can
make
turn
comments.
off comments, you don't have to allow.
It's just
people to weigh in.
sometimes it doesn't show. I mean, I've tried to watch the city of Delphi's videos before. They're just not there.
Doesn't show.
Just not there. And I assume that they were sent
Does
there.
it have to be video or it can just be audio?
No, it's gotta be,
I thought it had to be both.
I think
that'd
so.
be
I think
both.
so.
And the only way you can be exempt from playing it live is, I gotta word this right. Like some of the counties down south that don't have the bandwidth to actually stream live, they can record it and then put it on their website, and then it has to stay up for however long. But we don't have that problem here.
You might want to watch Tippecanoe County Commissioners. They do theirs. I watch theirs.
So if I just type in Tippecanoe County Commissioners, it'll come up?
No, I think
I
it's on,
see
I think it's on the
Snowball.
county's, I think it's on the county's website.
Website.
It probably is. I don't know. I mean, I get it as a message on my phone that they've posted a new video. I mean, I set that up a year ago, so I don't remember. But I'm sure you can go to their website and watch it. Or call Tracy, Brown.
They're already doing it. huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's swell.
There's a lot of counties that are already doing it.
I watch it on my phone a lot. I just sit there. Oh, yeah, you guys go. Yeah.
Do you
Well, I have
happen
a
to know if-
question. Who's in charge of doing that,
Doing them all.
putting them on?
They have an IT person.
Typically, New County's got an IT staff of about 12 people, I think. It's huge.
That's what we need,
We need what?
IT person.
We have one that's part-time, he's very, very good, but I'm not, he's not gonna do it for free.
White County's got an
I
IT
do
staff
our
of
website for
two or
free,
three
right?
that are there all the
I'm
time.
not up there not a professional
Right.
in the IT stuff. And I don't want to be.
Well, it's just a position we're gonna have to put into place because of the technology, the world's changing.
Yeah. I think it'd be a good idea to have IT. I don't know if we could go with a half-time IT or a full-time, but.
Well, we already have halftime,
We have
not a
Randy.
halftime, but when we need him, he's here.
Okay.
Or we can call him, like
So
Friday night, I
is he
had a
half-time
problem.
or part-time?
He's hourly.
Summertime.
Summertime.
He comes every Wednesday and stays in the afternoon,
When he's
or
available.
when he's, when we need him, he's here.
Yeah, well, this is additional more than what he's doing now,
Yes.
so he'll cost more.
Does he have room to do more than what he's doing, or is he pretty solid at his work? I mean, he's got like 5 counties or something.
Yeah, he does. I do not know. I don't know how much time this would take. I mean, it doesn't seem like it would take much if you knew what you were doing.
I can engage with him as well and see if he'd be interested in hiring somebody through his company to be here on a regular basis, and then he just,
Who?
Managing.
Oh,
he just manages it.
And
And
we'll
then,
have to find an office area for him.
he's got his own office out back there where the computers are.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, Mike. The way I understand it, and this is just a little off of your topic there, but more talking with the newspaper, the Frankfurt Times is going to a weekly now rather than a daily, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think.
I mean, I really don't know.
I mean, they used to be the Frankfurt Morning Times every day, but
They're gonna have online edition through the week and then.
didn't the Monticello Herald Journal already do something like that? Didn't they go weekly?
CarrollCountyDailyNews.com.
They're only on Wednesdays, I think.
Yeah, they used to be a daily. It was pretty thin daily, but it used to be a daily. It's a changing world out here. Okay, is there anything else to come before the board?
I have something that we need to work on. We're gonna have a vacant office soon. And we have one vacant office right now without the director, it's area plan. I recommend that we ask council to pay those other 2 individuals that's still in the office, because they're gonna be doing the work of the appointees and the elected official. I believe they need to up their pay until they get the new person in and trained. I think we need to recommend that to the council. Because one's already starting at the office is closed today because she's on vacation, but I don't think it's
What,
fair.
area plan and surveyor? Is that the 2 you're thinking of?
Yep. Because Cameron Yates became mayor today, or actually got sworn in last week, then
Really? You getting married today?
he became mayor.
Mayor today?
Became mayor.
Oh,
Might as well be married to the
I
city.
thought you said getting married today.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
Then,
funny day on it.
Then we hired Mr. Shockley to take over the 22nd of the highway department, and they got 30 days to put somebody in that office. That means that individual down there will be doing the surveyor duties.
There's a possibility that Ken Irwin's firm could give you a recommendation of the council, a recommendation of what a salary should be for a person filling in on a temporary basis doing the duties of the director or office holder. I mean, that might carry more weight with the council too.
Right, so we should request that
What do you think? I think it would not
we
be
need
a
to
bad
do
idea.
that by motion, don't we?
Yeah,
It's added responsibility temporarily,
right,
so they should be compensated.
correct.
Okay, so frame that motion for Steve.
They request Irwin, Wagner, Irwin, and Shield to prepare a recommendation for temporary salaries for the area planning office and the surveyor's office for the personnel that are still there during the time that they're serving, doing the duties of the office holder or director.
I'll make that motion that we
Okay.
ask Irwin's law firm to recommendation on how to, or
On the actual salaries.
on the actual salaries for the two
personnel.
individuals that's in area plan and surveyor's office.
So we can't make something general for other offices? We have to do this each time
You can.
for compensation?
Yeah, I mean, they'll do it, they may know what the rule of thumb is for
Right.
that kind of thing, and based upon their experience.
Can we do that in like an ordinance or something?
Well, the council determines compensation, so it's ultimately council's decision, but the commissioners have responsibility over the drainage board anyway, over the surveyor's office, and you wanna have your staff to be compensated, so what was,
I got it, I think, I got it. And I know how to ask him, so we'll send it out.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we're gonna call for a vote. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. I have one thing to throw out on the table here, and that is, our area plan. We have had a full-time director there for a number of years now. For years, it was a part-time, half-time. Since Delphi has pulled out, and that was a big part of it, I'm wanting you guys to not give me an answer today, I just want you to think about it. Do we need to have a full-time person down there, or could we go to a half-time person there? I'm thinking in terms of, if we're asking the council to help finance, or to finance a tech person, maybe a carrot could be, but we'd like to go down to half on that office. So,
I need to know more what goes on in the area plan, because that was brought up to me this morning when I stopped and got my water at the gas station. I was asking for them to go to a part-time. I couldn't answer the question because I haven't attended very many of the meetings in the area plan. I don't know what traffic or concerns that's coming through there all the time. I do know that when Cameron was in there, he was out all the time doing things and checking on things. If we go to part-time, we're gonna get people saying, hey, well, we'll just put this in and no one knows.
well, yeah,
And I think
That-
that he had to be a full floodplain administrator too.
Because we're in a
Yes.
floodplain area.
that's a big,
That's the big one.
that's a big responsibility.
okay, so that,
That changes it.
yeah,
Changes the nature of the job. He has to have a certification for that and maintain it, so
what,
even if you don't have enough business to do, to justify a full-time, that alone.
I'm trying to think of why you would need a full-time floodplain administrator in a rural county like this. I mean, that,
Or when people try
Ask
to
the
build,
federal government, you know?
yeah,
when
Ask
people try to
along
build
the river.
on the river or
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
floodplains.
There's a lot more
You never know what's gonna
floodplain
happen.
now than there used to be. On the east end of town was never considered And I think it's, part of it's considered now.
Okay, maybe we've already answered.
That's something you could look into, Ted, to see if it's actually has to be a full or,
I doubt it has to be full-time, but I'm saying that because they require the certification, that's my understanding, it necessarily increases the,
because it's almost like a full-time job keeping that.
yeah, to keep up with those
Because you're gonna pay a
regulations.
part-time person with that certificate to,
It's gonna limit the market of people.
you're paying what you're gonna
Fine
pay
to do
full-time.
it.
I
I
hadn't
think
thought about
Donnie
the
would know.
floodplain part of it, so.
Yeah,
I think
I will,
Donnie-
I'll
Might
find
check
out.
with Donnie, because I'm sure he's brought that up before. Donnie, the surveyor,
Who has?
Donnie,
Uh-huh.
about the
Had brought what up before?
floodplain administrator. He's talked about that they have, I thought he said he had to be, but
Is Donnie the floodplain administrator, or is there?
He's part of the area plan
he's part
because
of
he's a
the area
surveyor.
plan, so he is.
Surveyor is part of the area
that.
plan.
Yep.
When they were trying to find somebody, or when they're trying to find somebody, he brought that part up, was discussing it.
Okay. Okay, once again, I'll ask, is there anything else to come before the board? Anybody out here?
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all.
54 minutes.
Pretty good.
Way to start the new year.
Probably would shove it through a quicker, wouldn't you?
You have those contracts and
They should be
all.
up
Up there? Okay, I'll go get them signed then.
Alrighty, gentlemen.
And
If we
Tippecanoe
sign it,
County
that's
government has their own
Yeah,
official
sure.
YouTube channel.
Oh, it's on YouTube?
Yeah, and when you go to their website, it says you may watch our meetings on our YouTube channel or Facebook.
I never knew where I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was just
Chamber
watching it.
conference.
Yeah.
What is your
Don't read.
Libby Road
Yeah,
channel
that was a chamber
on
of commerce.
YouTube? Okay.
Oh,
I
thank
need
you,
that for the
Lori.
next one.
You're welcome.
I'll get them, well, they're both, I need to get them both.
Heads.